The former Soviet republics of Georgia, Moldova and Ukraine are moving inexorably from the orbit of a Russian state that promotes values fundamentally alien to its neighbours, Georgian President Georgy Margvelashvili has said. Margvelashvili told Reuters in an interview that Russia, which crushed Georgian forces in a 2008 five-day war, could offer no alternative to integration with the West.
I mean, a country that is alienating its neighbours, that is threatening its neighbours, that is creating pockets of unrest and uncontrolled territories around its borders, which is trying to have tense relationship with people and nations around it. What does the country want to achieve?
Georgia and Ukraine signed political and trade agreements with the European Union last year and want to join the bloc. But Margvelashvili says Russia has comparatively little to offer, economically or politically.
There is sort of rational logic of Georgia's choice, pro-EU, pro-DCFTA, pro-NATO, and there is another sort of logic saying, why don't you do the opposite just because Russians want to do so? So, how do you explain that? I mean, we are a sovereign nation that is making decisions based on its national interests and not based on the Russian interests.
Georgia is seeking membership of the Western military alliance NATO, and this week began 2 weeks of military exercises with the United States, and Margvelashvili said he distrusted Russia's offers of security.
An independent Ukraine disarms its nuclear weapon, and it's signed by Russia, US, UK and Ukraine that based on this goodwill move, Ukraine's territorial integrity will be supported by all these three major players. And on the 20th anniversary of this historic act, actually, what do we see? We see occupied Ukraine and occupied Crimea.
An EU summit in the Latvian capital Riga on May 21st to the 22nd is to discuss the integration of Georgia and Ukraine, as well as more pro-Russian Armenia, Azerbaijan and Belarus.